we have to begin by getting your reaction to what has just unfolded overnight on Wall Street. Another tech-led rally here being driven by Nvidia, up around 8% on this fresh report that we could soon see the company exporting its really powerful chips to Saudi Arabia. It's obviously great news for the stock, great news for tech stocks. What do you think it means for the region?
Look, I think regionally it's great. I think if you look in the Middle East, and certainly if you look at all the comps in Asia, everything responded quite well to it overnight. It's certainly the tech bellwether and the leader, and any sort of pickup in demand and strong comments out of Jensen are very welcome. I think regionally, it's a great play. I wouldn't read too much into Nvidia as it relates to the U.S. in the sense that I think Nvidia and the other 6 stocks that have become, the big bellwethers in the U.S., you don't really know what's leading the rally sometimes. And I wouldn't necessarily think it's a U.S. tech rally. It could be flight to safety ahead of the Fed meeting. These stocks attract a ton of money for reasons that we don't always know. And sometimes it's just people asset allocating. However, that said, I think the second tertiary plays off of Nvidia are responding great right now, and I think it's very positive for sentiment in the market.
I think it's absolutely fascinating you mentioned that, because this also comes off the back of this fresh report we've seen from OpenAI, now chasing a $150 billion valuation. It kind of raises questions about where overall valuations stand within the tech space right now. Do you think they're still looking stretched even after the volatility that we saw through August and some of the mixed trading performance we've seen in September so far?
I do think they're stretched. However, I think that, and I would be hard pressed to make a prediction in such a big space opening up as far as AI. We've never seen the likes of a trade this big in a new sector of the tech market. Maybe you can go back to the internet. I don't know if it's totally analogous, but I think the idea that there's fresh capital chasing is always a little bit scary when valuations get extended. However, the sentiment that goes along with fresh capital chasing is, I think, probably the better read-through for the market. There's still appetite, there's cash from the sidelines, and people are seeing this as a very long-term trend. And I think if we can get some sort of rally that broadens out, and it isn't just in 7 names or isn't just in 3, private darlings in the AI space, and it really starts to broaden out, and you get a deeper breadth to that move, I think then, that portends a huge move for the market. And I'm historically a guy that's very bullish on the U.S. market, that thinks that the only way is up, because I just don't understand where else money goes at this point in time. So I think net to keep the AI sector well oiled, if you will, with fresh capital is hugely positive for the global market.